Hello everyone, this is Adam from the Board Librarians. I'm doing a little thing here, a little special thing. I'm going to be doing a few things during the month of October because October is known among libraries as Teen-tober. And given that I have a focus with teens and young adults, I intend to do a few little things like this in order to give teens and young adults information on what they can be doing over this time. Teen-tober is teen literacy and also mashed together with what used to be Teen Tech Week, which was in March, but now is in October. So I'm going to be doing a few little programs and stuff here that, I shouldn't say programs, videos about stuff that teens can do while working with class and stuff like that, and also stuff they can just do on their computers or their phones. Anyway, today the plan is to discuss how the podcast kind of gets made. I'm not going to be doing the thing on how I do the recording or anything like that. I'm just going to be showcasing how to create an account on Anchorfm and upload your first podcast. So, without further ado, let us open up our browser. In this case, we have ours open. It's Firefox, and we are on Google's homepage. So we are going to go to Anchorfm. Now, if you don't know where to go, you can go to this and go Anchor.fm. And it pulls it up. So here you go, Anchor.fm. Easiest way to make a podcast. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, cool. So now we are on the Anchor main page. This is the landing page. Anchor is free. It requires you either to be 18 years old or 13 years old and have parental permission. So let me get this out of the way. Do not do this if you are not getting permission from your parents. You need to have permission to sign up. So there you go. When you make your stuff, sign up with your parents' permission. Don't say the librarian in Detroit said that it was okay, because he totally didn't. Disclaimer now out of the way. So let's go have some fun and make a podcast. So what you want to do is you go up here, click sign up. And it's going to have you make your thing with your name and everything like that. So we're going to do this. Board Librarian. And lib at gmail.com. And I'm not a robot. And voila, it has us making our first things. So, what comes up, it's saying that we need to verify our email. I'm going to go do that real quick, and you won't even notice it. So, let me go take care of that. Alright, welcome back. So, verified the email. We are now brought to the page where you can start making your stuff. It's got things where you can, like, set up things for your podcast, like a background image and stuff like that. You've probably seen the Board Librarians logo thing that we've done, so no big deal there. That's something you can come up with on your own. It's easy. You just upload a picture, or you can use some sample that they have. So let's do the thing, make your first episode. Click on this, and we are where the magic happens. So in Anchor, you can actually record directly to the podcast itself by hitting the record button. You can also set up messages and stuff so that listener voice messages and stuff can be added in. You can create a library of previously uploaded audio, and you can have music, sound effects, things like that. I am going to real quick make a upload thing to put in here, and we'll be good to go in just a moment. You won't even notice I'm gone. Alright, welcome back. I have created a little mini test thing to put up there, just a little quick audio recording that we can upload, and that's how we're doing it, because that's kind of how I do it. I use OBS. In fact, here is it right there. Boom, boom, boom. And there's the Hall of Mirrors effect of it over. This is what I used to record the podcast with Simon. I'll do a thing about this later, but the nice thing about this is that it can record desktop audio, and that means it can it can capture mine and Simon's voice without me having to hold a microphone up to the speaker, creating a horrible feedback loop. So, that aside, let's do this. And voila, we are in where the magic happens, the videos thing. So let's go to desktop, where I have a pod ready to go. Test pod, open, and it's processing. Shouldn't be too much longer. And there we go. And let me just check something here, because OBS should be picking this up. OBS is for some reason not picking this up. Oh, it's muted.
This is a short video, well, audio that will be uploaded as a sample for the podcast on a newly...
So yes, always make sure that if you want to have sound on something, that it's unmuted. But yes, so as you can hear, the podcast works, and again,
made account. Just showcasing how it gets done, and there you go.
I know, it's weird hearing me in two places at once, but anyway, that's how that works. So we have made our first pod. Now we're going to save this episode. We are going to call it the board test pod, and a test for board librarians. And you can customize it with some things if you have extra stuff up there, but right now we're just going to go publish now, and it wants a podcast name, and we're going to do this board alternate. For education purposes. And we'll do this. It is education, so there we go. Bam. Language, English. Continue. Now you can upload an image or something like that, so let me just check something real quick. Alright, so just had to make sure I had a sample thing put up, and here we go. Upload an image. Here's our podcast logo. Bam, there it is. Click continue. Don't need to have any text or anything like that. We can actually remove this, apply text, remove, because that's done. If you have another video, you can apply text and it'll put your podcast copy up there, but right now we're just doing this. Update cover art. Taking a few minutes. Okay, so it's coming up with a thing about how to distribute your podcast. We're not going to do that. So, because of this, I'm just going to I'll do that myself, because I'm not sending this out to the major podcasting things. You can do that. More than welcome to. You can distribute it through Spotify, all sorts of other things like Google and Apple and everything like that. But we're not going to do that, so I'm going to do this myself later. So here's our podcast information. We can go over here, and it tells us It tells us how many plays they have. We had none. No data yet because it's brand spanking new. You can link it through Facebook, Twitter. You can embed it into a website, or you can copy the link and paste it in a browser like so. And there we go. It comes up, and hey, look at that. It even tries to match our colors and things like that. And let's listen.
This is a test recording for the podcast making episode of Board Librarians. This is a short video, well, audio that will be uploaded as a sample for the podcast on a newly made account. Just showcasing how it gets done, and there you go.
And there we go. Podcast has been made. Now, if we go back, this should have an update for the number of plays, but it might not count ourselves. Okay, so it doesn't count our own as that, since we're logged in ourselves. It doesn't count us against the metrics. But there you go. That is how you create a podcast, and it's easy to upload. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your computer, and you can record directly onto the thing. Or like me, you can use something like OBS to create and upload your own pod. I'll go over stuff about OBS at some other point, but that's because it's a more complicated beast. I just want to get this thing down here for right now, because again, you can just start recording directly onto Anchor and it'll let you just make your pod right there. Anyway, that's how to create a podcast. I hope everybody stays safe and keep wearing masks, social distance, all that jazz. We're going to get through this. Take care, everybody.